are watching Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati. And right place to be right here on Eswatini TV on a beautiful Monday where we talk about sport, where we engage each other when it comes to sport. Hello and welcome. A beautiful Monday, the 17th of May, the year is 2021. We're going to take a look at different activities that took place over the weekend. And of course, in a build up to one of the biggest, athletics edition in the country, this coming Saturday is going to be taking place at Mafso Sports Center, where we're going to see who has the best skills when it comes to athletics. And there is good news coming from that, because Eswatini TV as a channel, they will be live at Temidlalo Sports Center to bring you those activities. The first ever edition of athletics live here on Eswatini TV. Otherwise, the Pool Association under the Hoho region recently, about a month ago, they actually announced, they elected a new, executive committee headed by Chairman Terence Giniza. We'll be looking at that and talk to him live in the studio as he's been in charge so far within the Hoho region. We'll hear some of the plans, some of the things they're looking to work on and improve the pool association or the pool industry at large within the Hoho region. Otherwise, the likes of Tabo, Mazibugo from Athletic Association will be joining me here live on Zoom, and later on we'll also be talking to Netball. They are one of the associations that were given a green light to proceed with the activities. So we'll be talking to the Secretary General Ndombi Masango. As you can see from those archive pictures, we want to know how soon they can be back to action. We want to see how soon those girls, of course, can be back in the field of play. Our in-house analysts are always meant to rely on when you talk about sporting activities. Linda Thamini is going to be here in the studio. We'll be looking at some of the things that we can expect over the weekend and some of the things that we have already noted from the previous weekend. Otherwise, golf is another sporting court that was active over the weekend. All that in the entire 55 minutes live here on Eswatini TV. 3 platforms you can join us where you can watch all those beautiful visuals of golf. Is going to be through Eswatini TV app. It's going to be through our YouTube channel. You just have to type Temidlalo live show, and then through our Skujan, whoever you are or wherever you are in the comfort of your seat at home. I'm already joined by Terence Giniza, Hoho Pool Association Chairman. Nguvusele Baba Giniza.
Sivusele baba bukele makhaya.
Yes.
Ninjani na?
Yes, Baba Giniza, it's been a month singasho ukuthi songisihlalo nyalo we Pool Association la Hoho. But maybe before sifike lapho ukuthi sawuva umsimbo singasho ukuthi umsimbo ngathi noma bekuyimvo le serious bamba, but we heard the arguments that were there pertaining to the Hoho. Nize nifike kulesikhathi ukuthi nikhethe la wakhethwa khona. Usichazela nje kafishane ukuthi sifika kanjani ukuthi nikhethe ka Hoho ukuthi kube ne association le base kakhulu ka Hoho.
Okay, sibonga kakhulu Msenero. Sifika kanjani ke sibene thinking avele phambilini because Hoho bekabuke tinhlangothi lezinsathu bo speak nabo Buhleni, but bengendeki ke lokho lese bekwendeka nyalo bese kunguHoho, but full representation yakhe bekungubabani. Most of the Bambane teams they were forming like Hoho. So ke isiteke EQ Sport, Eswatini EQ Sport Association my establisher yathi ke cha nine baka Hoho sicela ukuthi ni affiliate lakithi, and then ama requisition ama requirement lafunekako ukuthi at least kube ibe fully represented iHoho ngekuthi fire cards itinzawo ngabo speed nabo Buhleni nabo Mbabane. So ke i-office lethu ke lesisuka lesithethekile over likwendile ke lokho lazama lokuhlela labavakashela abasespiki labavakashela nebase Buhleni nasilazivakashela lambabani. So ke mina nje bengikaze ngingishemene ngakhetha ukuthi ngishemene wasembabani, and then kulandzela i-constitution and then kwakhanzakala ukuthi bese kufanele kuphuma emalunga laqhamuka eMbabane nalaqhamuka eSpiki nalaqhamuka eBuhleni ukuthi ayokha eregional office. So ngathi ke mangiphuma ke khona kwabe sekhanza ukuthi babe sebanginominate ukuthi ngibe ngusihlalo we region. So ngiko ke sifike kanjalo ke office.
Congratulations of course for the elections. So hambe mbili waba sihlalo we police association la gaho mhlawumbe kafishane nje kinitsi I think ikakhulukathi nje in the sport industry emaswati bayebatsanze kuva ukuthi uchamuka nje as chairman. Do you have the background information when it comes to the sport itself? Have you played the sport? Are you a person who loves the sport? Chairman kinitsa uchamuka phi ukhulelephi?
Okay, mina ngichamuka eZulwini. Kuchamuka kwami eZulwini ngidlalile ipool but as an individual ngadlaleli any team. Kwathi 2018 then I decided ukuthi okay as join a team yaseZulwini. I mean abeng two team yaseZulwini. Sasimazi register leyi1 sabona ngasichambane ngilabadlali eZulwini. So we decided ukuthi no as formation lenye shothi bekwi Martins and then Martins yabe seyidala ikamXhosa. Kamxhosa Pool Club. So mina ngadlalela ikamXhosa Pool Club. So ke sa affiliate ke la eHo. Lo affiliate kwethu ke la eHo ke sifikile ke sakhanza ukuthi cha kuyadlaleka. Then he was sabe sisiyakhanza ukuthi ikhona lemsindo lekhona and then believing ukuthi bekunemsindo almost for over about 10 years. So lo ipool ingaqhubekeli phambili. So kwaba khona ke lokuthi cha makuvela iQ Sport Association yathi ifuna hoho ukuthi establish i-regional office. So kwaba ngiloko kwakhitheka sangena khona ke e-office ke. Sidika mazingena e-office ke kwaba nalenye i-association nayo leneshisekele ukuthi ifuna kuranisha hoho ngalendlela leyo. Then ke nhlanhla leyo ke iQ Sport Association yathi yona cha ifuna ukuthi kube nekuvana emkhathini wema teams aseMbabane. So yasihlanganisa ke thina singile office la ka hoho nalelinye lebel propose ku Q Sports kusitalo licela kungena ukuthi liranishe hoho as a whole. So mabasihlanganisa ke bafike ke basibuta ke basichabe kunene thina lapha vele sifuna ukuthi iphuli ichubekele phambili. Nithini ke nini asenende ema presentation nini no2 lama association lies to. Sakwenda ke lokho sayipresenta ke nathi ukuthi cha sine sile obviously lisha la ka hoho sifisile ukuthi kube nenqhubekela phambili ku sport sepool because siyabona ukuthi sisemva kakhulu. So siyacabanga ukuthi sine le obviously likhona la litokwakha kuthula emkhathini ma teams la khona la eho.
Good stuff. As I can see from the lovely pictures there, a lot is taking place when you talk about the pool industry in the country, Babeginit. But as an association that is in charge of hoho, mhlawumbe njengama kuva ama plans lenayo because on myself as a journalist I've seen how far Manzini is. Now kukhuluma kaManzini bane pool club. Tindwe funa masinyane nje ngabe sinathu la eMbabane. Sikhuluma ukuthi at least in terms of teams tinombolo temacembu baseturu bane league yakhona angisho ukuthi nani nide but sengisho ukuthi in terms of lelizinga lepool kaManzini liseturu what can you expect from you plans and objectives?
Sibonga kakhulu ukuthi ngalethuba ukuthi sitshele babukele ekhaya ukuthi mama thine singoho regional executive siplaneni plan ethu vele ukuthi sithathe le sport siqhubekele siye phambili and singasho nje ukuthi thina singajatshulisa ukuthi sigcine sinawo lama pool clubs la ehoho lokuthi ngiyabe satinzawo leti njengama pool club kuba inzawo ke hayi imvamisa lekhona la eMbabane ukhanza ukuthi letinzawo dekudlalela atsi conducive for bantfana labancane. Sifuna ke la inzawo la takhona ukuthi kuze ukuthi si develop le sport kufanele sicale at grassroots level. Kwathi ke kusibantfana batakhona kuhambe bayodlala kuma pool clubs lapha khona kude tshwala timoleti njalo. So basically interest ukuthi sine lapho sifuna gcine sesikwendile. And then yena lokuthi ke mase kude lo msindo njengoba sekuyabonakala ukuthi cha umsindo soyancipha eMbabane ngilapho kutabonakala khona ukuthi most of ema teams atawujoin. Sifisile ke ukuthi abe maningi lama teams atakhona kujoin.
Usakhuluma ngema facilities Babeginisa nangibuka nje itafula na lisicatha kulibona emoyeni eMbaba egaho sibuke nje ukuthi the most common place na ukhuluma ukuthi ngiyasuka la sifuna ukubukela ipool currently one or two places lo ngaba naso.
Okay, kune car wash lapha eMbabane.
Yes, bese car wash.
Yes, bese kuba ne fun town. eMbabane nje ngiwo ema places nasilebe sisicele ukuthi sidakhona kwasebenzisa amasicala ileague because vele sithe lama letinzawo vele tekudlalela ipool sibacelile ke nabo bepool becar wash kanye ne Funtown basembisa kusicabada ucishe baphinze bayongede nematafula kuze kutakhona kudlaleka le league. And then nase speak izivakashile khona sakhanza ukuthi akhona ikhona i-pool room lokuhleka khona ebuhleni nayo likhona itafula but ke bawashide nema challenges labanawo lesithi thina silovisi lawa osazama ukuthi sikulungise konke lokho. And singabe sengiphinde sibavedele nje nebabukele ukuthi silungisa ukuthi kunomhlangano kube nemhlangano lo taba khona kuleli viki lesiyakilo ngemgcibelo lapho khona sisitahlangana nema teams asembabani lapho khona sitabatshengisa nje sitabatshela ukuthi cha lo mgwaqo lesahamba ngawo utahamba bhekephi ngoba sifuna ukuqala ileague masishane singakayiqala league sifuna ukuthi sihlangane nalama teams sikhona ukuthi sishiyane ligwayi sibatshengise ukuthi indlela lesahamba ngayo singnew hoho isaphuma sibhekephi bafake umuvu wakhona bese ke ukuthi ke mase sikhulumisene nabo sesiyahlala phansi ke nabo sesivula i-registration lapho khona makuvula le registration sesitawuthi ke thina lama teams la registerile niyo lesawuhlala phansi nawo ke manje silungise umthetho sisekelo wethu kanye nema bylaws ukuthi lo mthetho sisekelo sifuna ukuthi sihambisane nawo kuze kuthi kube behle lo tawe phula ngoba utawade ukuthi uyade ukuthi lo mthetho sisekelo ume kuphi sifuna kuhlanganisa kanye nabo bonke.
Nalo livela chairman uyamova nje khulumazi chairman when can they expect the league now, the resumption? Sesikhuluma tindzawo tekudlalela sesikhulumile ukuthi why are you in the office, what are the plans, what are the objectives? League resumption, nasikhuluma nge league resumption, I'm comparing you to the other biggest region. Manzini singasho ukuthi sibakashana nawubuka le competitiveness lekhona nasingathi siyasuka kusasa sifuna ukukhetha i-national team 99% wabadlali batacamka kaManzini because of the activeness. When is the league resumption?
Okay, sine besibhekile ukuthi singabanika kanjani noma 3 weeks ngoba mabuka lokuthi inyalo ngemgcibelo sihamba sihlangana nema teams asembabane mahlangane nema teams embabane siyababekela lokuthi sine singo-hosters percent nakule kubhekeke ukuthi bakwende sisabashiyela nale constitution ukuthi babe bayibuketa bese ke sesiyasho ukuthi cha bekunene siyayivula i-registration saqeza ngambabani siyayivula i-registration sisabanika noma liviki noma 2 weeks ukuthi ba register then bese sesithi ke labo laba registile sesitababitela bona for a special general meeting lapho sitawukhona ukuthi ke khona you are the registered team manje sitawucela ke manje ukuthi buyani etafuleni sicole kahle nangema bylaws sitawasebenzisa mas resume i-league. I think that's a determining factor letawenda lokuthi kukhona kucala kwale league soon nje sicala sihlangana nabo i-league sesiyabekela i-date yayo maybe singasho ukuthi within a month sitakhona iqala i-league yasembabane.
They have it, Chairman. Sihlalo wenhlangano yepool la gaho. Now, Chairman, sorry, I have one question. It's a question ngathi being very ngibekele wena ukuthi song Chairman. I think I've met members of the association. We have had a conversation, but pool being a sport, and then I think in the beginning, sibenokucabanga ukuthi it's a sport that is always played in a ndawo ukuthi tinza utakujabulisa. And then that has associated people to think that whenever you are found those places, ngeke ube focused. Utsinzinza about development. Ngidibana nomunye umthali chairman uyakhala ukuthi umfana wakhe nasaphuma esikoleni ubeka endlini ukujima epool ukudlala ipool. Manje I think the parent le concern lekhona lenkulunkulu ukuthi the same association ukuthi nafika ka pool ukhanza abantu babhemu ukhanza abantu banazi fine uyadlala umfana. But kunalokusaba ukuthi umfana wakho utawugcina naye I inherited a habit ukuthi athikanza nathi athikanza end out all those things. It's in plan here as an association sesibuka kaho hayi in the country.
Okay.
Kaho what's your plan now ubona umfana omncane lochamuka esikolweni unayo ishisekelo ukudlala ipool nimsita njani to avoid also those kind of things knowing ukuthi ipool vele wonke umuntu ayidlala. How do you then ensure that umfana yamnaka?
Okay, i long term plan yethu lapho sifuna uintroduce ipool etikolweni ukuthi bakhona kunature kakhona.
True.
That actually kudzingeka ema resources. Basically singajabula nje ukuthi mhlambe ema corporate companies akubone lokho ukuthi mhlambe kungakhona ku develop i-talent because kukahle ukuthi udevelop i-talent isesele phansi. You see, enalokunye lenge ngakuveta ngathi sinalenkinga yaleti ndzawo tekudlalela inqumbi yadona titholakala kuleti ndzawo ngiyabekisa ukuthi jabulisa. So ke sifuna ke ukuthi kuhluke lapho mina nje ngajabula mangathola ema investors la tasi yadixini sinesitawakha nayi ipool room noma ke hulumende asibukele ukuthi yadixini kuna facility lena khona kuyisebenzisa bese kufaka lama pool tables lapho khona takhanza ukuthi noma ngabe ngimuphi umfana utawukhona kuhamba ayongena khona lokudlala.
There you have it. Terence Giniza, the chairman, the newly elected chairman, and sworn in. He was elected because you can be elected, but you're not sworn in. So you are. They normally call it chairman elect. But once you're sworn in, so you are the chairman. It's a complete name. Chairman of Eswatini. Chairman of Hoho Pool Association, giving us what's the plan ahead, the plans and objectives, the resumption of the league. If he has to make maybe a reference, he said in 3 weeks or a month, so they should be back to action. This is a way of trying to match a Manzini region that is quite far when it comes to the activities. Thank you very much, Chairman Babekiniz. I think this is not the last time we talk. I think soon you are hitting the ground running.
Sibonga kakhulu nembabukele ekhaya nisiyacela ukuthi ema teams asembabane nasespiki naseplan asibeketelele lapha sakade imvotabo ngiyathemba ukuthi badokhona lokusibambisa sebathembisile ukuthi sibambisa kakhulu nasespiki besibavakashele nje kule viki eliphelile kanye naseplan cha basemukele kahle bathembise bathi qhubeka basibambise siyathemba ukuthi kulomgcibelo lesiyakiyo nema team asembabane adokhona lokusibambisa badobuti ama questions labafisile ukuthi kuphenduleke and then ngiyacabanga ukuthi into tonke itahamba kahle ipool yasembabane speak naseplan itawukhona kuchubekela phambili angasho nje ukuthi angithi hoho ngingawabali la letinzawo letinzathu.
There you have it. Now, you've heard it this coming Saturday. Talk about this coming Saturday, the Athletic Association, as one of the well-known celebrated sport in the country. They have their national championships. One would say it's a sort of finals where all the big guns in the sport industry, be it at school level, be it at the highest level, they join themselves in one venue and compete at the highest level in different fields. So we'll be talking to Toba Mazibuko, the Secretary General of the Athletic Association of Eswatini through Zoom, where he's going to tell us the preparations and also how they have come to reach an agreement with Eswatini TV to broadcast live this championship. A short break when we look at the weekend sports activities, and I'll be joined by Mr. Mazibuko through Zoom after this.
My delegates. Good.
Yes, boy. Yeah.
I see tears falling down your face. I see broken spirits searching for embrace. I hear plenty voices crying out for healing. In a time like this, you can call me friend, and I'll be there for you right until the end.
Lean on me in your time of need.
Always remember, you can count on me.
Beautiful stuff, of course. Joining us again live here on Eswatini TV, where we look at different activities that are taking place in the country, in the sports industry, be it past weekend and this coming weekend. Utangkole Njumulangeni, I forgot to introduce that he's going to be joining me as my friend, as my colleague. So very khona mina nguvusele Nkosi.
Ngiyabonga Fabrice, ngibonga lithuba ngikuthuba lokukhulu ngivusela imali yalivyo yasekhaya. Ngiyathi ukuthi Fabrice i-rundown yakho yinza kakhulu futhi nange weekend manje ngilama activities labe kakhona nalaba khona futhi weekend asakhona nje national champs elingicabanga ukuthi atawuthatha center stage national champs, you know, athletics, one of my favorites.
After cricket, netball, akulanzira athletics nyakwati.
In fact, yes, qale cricket, iblanzela ibhola,
then athletics,
kuti tech ball, kuti athletics.
How?
Yes.
Say over tech ball. No, man. Say, okay, all right, no, okay. So yeah. Last year, we had athletics for the very first time under the current condition master of COVID-19. It was quite tight for the association, the regulations, how to apply the rules, and knowing Gutsi Bebangasi active ganga, especially the athletes. But they managed to host them, and they were successful. They were successful, and that was, if I'm not mistaken, it was October, November 30. Yes, of October, yes. And we 5 months later or 6 months later, we are hosting other national championships. I'm already joined by Mr. Toba Mazibuko, the Secretary General of the association. He's a well-vested man when it comes to issues of athletics in the country. I did a bit of research actually. Utangpiki is so called. Never but see a school in Vele. Baingi Chimlengu. Guvusele Babe Mazibuko. When you Mr. Mazibuko.
Yes, Fabrice.
Yes, I was saying that I'm in the company of Linda Dlamini, one of Lama top analysts here in the country. Sakulman Jema Sports, everything that has to do with sports. When it comes to athletics, it's a special place for him. He can talk about it, and it will never end.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that from him. We appreciate his passion. And we are sure you'll be there this coming Saturday when we have our national champs.
Toba, I think before maybe we get to the national champs, and I think on Thursday during the it was a holiday, a couple of young stars under the age of 20 were training, getting prepared. We managed to cover them, and they expressed their preparations. I think some of them, the likes of Ayanda Malaza, you talk about the likes of the likes of Umsibi, all those young stars under the age of 20. For the very first time, they were representing the country through an invitation from Botswana, the national championships, where they left with actually one of the senior top athlete, Pumuli, by the name of Pumuli Nzindiza. You were part of the delegation. And being part of that huge occasion.
Oh yes, Mr. Fabrice. Maybe first of all, board under the leadership of President Zakele Dlamini for ensuring these young players get this opportunity to travel to Botswana. We got the invitation within a week after our last build-up competition, which we had on the 8th. But through hardworking board, we were able to go to Botswana. And we also want to appreciate the support from the Minister of Sports, as well as Minister of Health, who also ensured that we get all the support we needed in order for the team to travel to Botswana.
Also, one thing, sorry. Yeah, but the school master would say for the very first time, I think one would expect that whenever you have an international competition, your first names that will be coming up is your Subsiso Matsenjwa, the likes of course, Pumule was there, but I'm talking about the top athletes. But now, this time around, you decided to take a huge group of young stars who have a huge future ahead of them, these under-20s. Why and how was their performance?
Yeah, as Athletics Eswatini, we have our vision 2022 together for all vision. And we have stated it clear that our main focus now is the youth. We want to build for 2032. And these young athletes that we took to Botswana are part of the dream that we were driving towards. So, I think it's all part of our strategy and part of the focus. And so far, I think it's yielding good results. We are happy with the performance that the boys put out in Botswana.
Yes, carry on. Yes.
Yes. Not that we are ignoring Labo Sbusiso and Bo Pulile. No, we haven't ignored them. We're still supporting them fully. But we are fully aware, I would say, we need to be looking forward and ensuring that we have a young and upcoming future athlete. So that's why we took these athletes to Botswana. Although Pumlile traveled with the team, as well as Sbusiso Matsenyo was also on his mission to Zambia to once more chase the Olympic qualifiers. Maybe as far as the performances and results are concerned, we are happy with the performance that the team put out. As we have said, this was their first opportunity to go out and participate in an international competition. It comes with a lot of pressure, and the boys did well, I would say. They participated in individual events, both in the 100 and the 200 meters, as most of them are sprinters. One of them was even able to go through to the finals for both the 100 and 200, that is Aya Ndamalaza. He also came with good performances, especially in the 100 meters, where he clocked a time of 10.89, which is, I would say, a relatively good time. Looking at where the Sbusisos were at that particular age. So we can see that there is a bright future for the young men. We are also very excited that the team brought back a bronze medal when it came to the 4x1 relay team. Even though for the 4x1 they were competing against senior athletes, but we are proud of them. They did us proud. They got the bronze medal.
Because I'm with Ramini, has also 2 or 3 questions to ask you. I want us to get to the juicy stuff now, the national championships this coming weekend. First of all, Masters Ngashogutsi, it's a huge deal between Eswatini TV, the Athletic Association. What can we expect from these 2 organizations signing a memorandum and agreeing that the live broadcast of the national championships will be on Eswatini TV this Saturday, Master?
Ngicabanga Thoba is the right person kuyiphendula leyo ukuthi le deal nekuthiwa Eswatini. I remember last national champs wadumisa kakhulu i-production leyentiwa lama cuts the English lapha kakhona isahlanganisa leyo clip lawo ma highlights for loyal viewers ukuthi abukele, and he was very very happy Thoba ukuthi abone info le kanjalo. Ngicabanga ukuthi ngiyo le reason lento ukuthi etela khaya atoti broadcast lama games.
More on that MOU, Thoba, between Eswatini TV and the Athletic Association of Eswatini.
Yes, although I would ask Fabrice that we maybe spare viewers on that for now, since we have a launch tomorrow that will specifically cover such things. But there is quite an exciting relationship between us and Eswatini TV. we are happy that you guys have taken us under you, and you want to be part of developing the Eswatini nation.
Cup was on the 27, if I'm not mistaken, of April, where I think I was there with Mr. Dlamini. You did say, as an association, you're not much excited about the athletes. A lot were to be done. On the 8th, Mhlaga 8, you were on a recorded interview also highlighting that, but coming to this Saturday now, the actual day is near. Singasho ukuthi niredi kanganani in terms of athletes giving us a good performance, displaying a beautiful performance for the country. Singasho ukuthi timbo tihamba njani kwanyari ikakhulu kathi kuma athletes.
Yeah, we look forward to some good performances on the 22nd. We are sure athletes have been preparing themselves. We thank the clubs for assisting the athletes and the coaches that are working with the athletes as they continue to prepare. I think we did notice that from the first build-up to the second build-up, the performance was getting much better. And we do hope that during the championships, we'll have the best performances coming up. Yeah, we really look forward to some great stuff. There is a lot of exciting news that we want to share about the championships for this weekend. But I would once more say maybe viewers can watch tomorrow. Probably it will be on the news as we unveil some of the things that we will have for our championship this coming weekend.
And of course, beautiful stuff. Thank you very much. Now, Linda Dlamini has one or two questions, as maybe once we finish the interview, also maybe ask one question to say, whoever wins, what are the plans? You take these athletes to have you actually chosen international competitions that whoever African Championship, Olympic Games, but that will be later once we are about to leave and to let you go. This is Mr. Dlamini has one or two questions for you, Mr. Top.
Yes, Mr. Mazibuko, mhlambe nje imbuto lengithule engingaba nayo kuwe ukuthi siyabona thina sewathola lama invite from Botswana kuma national championships abo. Ingabe thina khona yini lesiba inviteile kula wethu ama national champs laba qhamuka ngaphandle. Number 2 mhlambe ngawungena ngibe more technical ukuthi sobe ka athletics isikhathi lesithe sibonile ukuthi ama athletes ethu bekaya ku South Africa akubo Zambia akubo Mauritius I even remember ukuthi akanise mbili lohamba phambili South Africa waqala gijima nakaqala nje kuvela bekakhona ama athletes ethu Potchefstroom yini tsina sibese sisala khona ukuthi lama athletes ethu a perform at the highest level.
Okay, thank you for your question, Mr. Dlamini. Yes, as Athletics Eswatini, we are, I would say we are doing our best to ensure some athletes they develop. So we've tried our best to ensure we have supporting structures to ensure some athletes that are slash. Most of our athletes that were promising somehow fell off the way. There is quite a number of athletes, which I may not name, that were promising and very good athletes, but as time went on, but I think is for the athletes themselves as well to focus and Babene goal and Babe shows is what they want, and Babenali ambition which they want to perform at the highest level. Because some of them you find they probably use the sport as a right, maybe to get a job or jobs or employment somewhere. And as soon as they achieved it, they have achieved what they wanted. That was their goal. So they see no need to continue any further in the sport. Hence, it's about slash layer. But we think with the right systems, we have a team, our medical commission, we have psychologists, We have a team of good coaches. So I think working together, all of us, as our slogan say, working together, we can achieve. Working together for gold, we can achieve the goal that we aspire to achieve. So I think since only the support system are in place, we think this time around we'll be able to take our athletes very far. And we are excited. The talent is there, as evident from this weekend that we're coming from. This young team of athletes is preparing for the Mao World Championships, which will be held in Kenya this August. There's also Region 5 games that will be in December. And we are busy preparing them. We want to at least have at least a medal in the Region 5 games.
Mr. Mazibuko, in the interest of time, what our schedule is very tight, and I don't think you have one more two questions.
Yes,
the question is that can we get invites for this coming national championships? To get inside our national championships. It could be Botswana, Zambia, South Africa.
Yeah, we would love to have some other athletes from outside coming, but we all know the issue of COVID and all the guidelines that are there, the precautions. For us, we can't go above 500 athletes, and as it stands now, with the athletes that we have, the figure is already high. So having athletes from outside is not as simple as we would want to be. We have had some athletes like from TUT that have been with us in the past. They did indicate the interest that they would want to come, and we said if we have available slots, then we'll have them. Also, athletes from Mozambique, they wanted to come as well, but they haven't yet confirmed anything.
Toba, in the interest of time, I think I had also a lot of questions pertaining to what can we expect the weekend in terms of stages. There's a lot. When we talk about championships, we're not talking about only sprinters. There is a lot that takes. When you talk about high jump, there's a lot that takes. So I think during the launch and the MOE between Eswatini TV, wow, it's a huge launch between Eswatini TV and the Athletic Association, where you can also maybe give us more details on what was going to be it's going to be happening. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining us. In the interest of time, we'll be taking a short break, of course, and we'll be joined by Ntombi Masango from the Netball Association, who's also going to be giving us how they're planning the resumption of the Netball League as a sport after the break.
In order to bring to life and to defeat and overcome the ongoing global pandemic coronavirus, food with a balanced diet plays a vital role. Eswatini TV brings to you a fresh season of Kudla Kwempilo to see how our farmers bring food to the nation, the challenges our farmers are facing in this pandemic, the struggle, the fight, the national lockdown, the intervention from the government to help our local farmers. Watch this first season of Kudla Kwempilo on Eswatini TV. Learn, be advised, and be inspired by local farmers and how they are making great changes in this era of COVID-19. Kudla Kwempilo, food for life.
In every difficulty lies an opportunity. Ukuthi sifune sifunze ukuthi opportunities akhona ngaphandle.
Lwati lukhulu lulangqondweni yami ngaphandle kwale ngqondo ngeke kutawonakala.
An idle mind is a devil's workshop. lokusho ukuthi the more lengqondo uhleli uvuka ulale ubuke iTV uphenze ubuye ulale igcina utawugcina soba tempted ukuthi ugcina wenda nemikhiba lengayi enkosini.
You do need ukuthi now ufuna something at a certain point of time uconnectendela nakhona ngemali yakho yabo ungarely kumuntu ube very independent. Bagroova.
Umuntu omusha kuyakusida ukuthi ungadikhanzi uhlele ekhaya ude lokwendawo.
Phande Estradini every Tuesday on Eswatini TV.
Live right now through Zoom, it is Ntombi Masango, the Secretary General of Netball Association. They were also one of the sporting codes that was given a green light by the Kingdom of Eswatini about a week or 2 weeks or so by the acting Prime Minister Themba Masuku. She's already joined us online. Ntombi Masango, sikuvusele namuhla ntsambama.
Ngiyanibusela nonke e-studio nabo bonke balaleli.
And I'm happy to say you are one of the leading female in the sports fraternity who are very committed and very efficient in what they do. So we do have currently a lot of secretary generals, but few of them are female. It shows how much of a hard work you are. I'm joined by Dr. Mini here in the studio. We're just going to look at how are you planning to resume your activities. Now, I would see, I think you're one of the sporting courses. You were once the time you were active was 2019 December. Shows the entire 2020, no player touched the ball. Official, obviously, but it seems.
No.
But in terms of unofficial competition, entire 2020 good. Sizesifika inyanga ku-2021 inyanga ya May. Kahle kahle singasho ukuthi inyanga yamabhasa ngoba the announcement was made around April. Now, kunijabulisa kanganani kubuya enkundleni Make Masango?
Singasho nje ukuthi kusijabulise kakhulu singu-netball eSwatini lokuthi sibuyele sitolala nebadlali bethu vele bese bakhathazekile nje ukuthi sebatawubuyela nini kwanzi kude besingakwenda vele kunesimo lomkhuhlane vele bosadlangile kwanyalo nje vele cha bonke bathokodile sekuthi nje kufuna sibuyela sibe sitinaka ukuthi sibuyela sibuyela kanjani.
I think another question would be to say, at this point in time, you return the league or you give time teams good preparation. The last time you were active was in 2019. So, what's your current? Under the sponsorship you have, there is, I think if I'm not mistaken, SBS as well. When can we expect you to resume your activities? What tournament will begin? I've seen my sponsors at this point in time. It's in executive of the association at this point in time.
Singasho nje ukuthi kulo weekend lephelile ngemgcibelo besemhlangano nema teams emva kwalesimamelo ukuthi sesingabiyela emidlalweni. So lesikuningi lesikhulumile lapho ke lesigcine sivumelana ngako sikubeka nje tentative ukuthi emidlalweni siyabuyela sawucala mhla ka-10 i-resumption date nje bengathi se-tentative lo 10 July. So lo 10 July ubukele wona lama teams ukuthi nawo asathola isikhathi sekusathi ilungiselele nathi sungu-ena sitilungiselele ukuthi sidlala njani phasi kwalesimo lesi. So ema-games ethu ke vele ama-sponsor ethu akhona incumile ke lama teams ukuthi kufuna ukuthi le league asiyishaya emkhathini sayishiya emaphethelweni thina sitawubuyela vele sicedzele yona ngoba nje thina bese kusele munye umdlalo bosaphenda ku-league yethu and then the following weekend bese siplanele ama-finals thina lapho uma le-announcement ukuthi imidlalo iyemiswa. So kutawuchubeka kanjalo nje we have one game kuma-ladies ka-elite lephendako bese-ke following weekend we're hoping ukuthi-ke sisabe sesingena-ke kulama-finals. Kanti kuma-regions ethu, ema-regions ethu incumbi bese acedzile lokudlala. I think ngumanzini nje lebekasangakacedzi safuna ahlanganisa emazone. So konke-ke lokho ngesisata ukulungiselela.
Magamasa, I think 1 or 2 questions before I let you go, as we can see from the pictures. Nangisbuka sport as with my colleague Linda Dlamini. Reason being that you couldn't be active the entire 2020. It's a contact sport, and we've seen other sporting codes. Skumanga about tekpo, skumanga manyima sporting codes. Now pumi bola by sanitize by YPP by grounding. What are the measures in place? Nasibwa would see the ball is exchanged a lot in the field of play. It ends up in almost every player's hands. Kuze kuthi kungabe nokuthelelana kwalo umkhuhlane we-COVID-19. Lenhlangano khona linukubhekile yini in terms of lama measures imigomo kuthi leligciwane linganzi.
Yes, the first step vele bekuthi sicale ngalo mhlangano. So lesitawulandzela ke lesivumelana ngayo ukuthi sitawucela workshop la team manager ngoba thina kithi bafika eground nje bacale training ejimini. So kufuthi sibanakekelele basele emajimini kulama teams abo individual teams abo. So siseke yonke naleyo nje teams kutawuthi ngasibe na compliant officer lo tabobuka ukuthi lemigomo ya COVID iyalandzeleka yini kwakhona le ejimini baya sanitizer baya scanner kanjalo basebefika kithi nasebafika kithi ke sesitawu lapho ke before bangena egrounding ngekusetha letinye inhlangano disiphethe ke sithi ke stabasta sesiyama lokho sibateste before badlale and loku sanitizer ke vele noma sesileke kuma venue nakhona sitawu beka njengoba yonke imigomo yaka COVID nabo hand washing area liyababhola ngoba thina vele equipment siyayisherisha isikhathi lesiningi vele sitabo isanitizer kukhona lokunye lesikubekile nje lesikumisile ukuthi lebe sikwenda phambilini lesingeke sisakwena njengekusherisha uyabona nje sibadlana kakhumulako nakuthiwa seya substitute okwenza umuntu so uyakhumula ibig so unika lo muntu yonke le info leto nje info lesingeke sinesisatenda.
Last question from Yes. Last question from my colleague Linda Dlamini.
Oh yes, Magendombe mhlambe nje umbuto wami sinake kakhulu iCovid but le standard sale sport sibonile ukuthi bekunema teams lamanye laqhamuka kumangana lanabadlali abancane labe basafika kule sport then kunalabanye ke la njengema teams la sa professional bo correctional bo reps labadlali aba over bo 30 le gap ngabe labo coaching ndawo khona mhlambe ema courses noma ema class lendawo zama ukuthi nibendise ukuthi le standard noma le gap inkulu kakhulu between labo bebasefika kule sport nalabo bese bathi bayaphuma kule sport.
Ngiyabonga Nkosi lombuto wakho. Lebe sikuhlelile ukuthi sitawubuka lesikhathi sethu sisebenjani bese sifisela ukuthi singakabuyele emidlalweni sicale sibe nema workshop nje maybe one day kube ngilabo coach be workshop yabo coach kuphinze kube nabo umpires labo rafela bethu ngoba phela wonke umuntu sokhohliwe wonke umuntu nje bekasadidekile so sibese kuhlelile nako lokho sisitake sibathi nje wanda kancane ngama trainings before si resume.
Thank you very much, Secretary General Ndombe Masango, one of the well-known personnel in the netball industry, hard worker to ensure that the sport does get to its height. And I think we're going to, recap all the things that we did talk about today. The guests that we had, we'll take a short break. When we come back, because I'll be still with Linda Dlamini. We'll talk about some of the things that we were having as guests. I'm being told, no need for a break, Master. Singing. We are moving. Mage Ndombe Masango uyaveta ukuthi vele there is hard work to be done to ensure ukuthi le gap yancipha.
Fabrice ngicabanga mina ngivele lo msebenzi excuse me mina ngilo msebenzi kuyadzinga ukuthi vele labo coach more special because ngibo laba trainer labadlali bese sekuba ngilabadlali ke labo coach sekutaba ngibo laba khulumisa labadlali because le gap ngiyakhumbula nje kunama games lesawa cover asemangayane labadlali bobona lothi basebancane basefika kule sport and nale sport ke busabona lothi cishe labadlali bete kahle nale equipment lefanele edlala kodwa bayatimisela badlala so kuhlala umnyaka wonke ungadlali ngicabanga ukuthi noma ngisiphi sport wahlala wangadlali vele uyaba nalokubaras but bona social uma intombi ukuthi batawuhlala phansi nabo coach bese bona sebahamba bayokhulumisa labadlali ukuthi singayiboni le gap lenkulu kakhulu.
Talk about sports that is improving. We did touch on pool earlier on under the Hoho region. Master, pool as a sport on itself seba vele bahamba mbili. Nakhuluma tinza batabo junior development bakhuluma tinza batuthuthukisa lo mdlalo. They are at work over last week Thursday actually when it was a holiday. They held an event. Master, the pool sengasho ukuthi seyashintsha ingcomvo nyalo. It's not my sport long as because I think nayiqala pool it was a bit of recreational. Uyaya kuyetinza ukuthi jabulisa ube ne stress emsebenzini angivele ngidlala pool, but it's a sport, an affiliate of the sport council, and sengasho ukuthi we have the possibilities. We have players who are capable of representing us internationally. Starting from the juniors, usho ukuthi umsebenzi vele so hamba mbili.
Fabrice ngicabanga sina ukhuluma ngama juniors usuke uthinza inhliziyo yami. I was very happy nangibona yona EQ Sport bane tournament yema juniors last Thursday. Lengicabanga ukuthi dinenge letinvo ushilo na chairman we Hoho association ngala ukuthi bona babuka kakhulu tikolo. Lengicabanga ukuthi mina ngikubuka kwami letikolweni abakhele partnership naletikolo ukuthi letikolo tingayitsenga le equipment tiwathengela amatafula abe esikolo kodwa letikolo tibe nalama teams bese sekuba nalama competitions etikolo la labata uthatha khona kubona onke lama teams ukhuluma ngabo way in ukhuluma ngabo correctional ukhuluma ngabo reps bathatha kulama competitions etikolo because babonile lo selabadlali badlala le equipment esikolweni because at the moment kude mhlambe letinzawo kahle lelethi khona ukuthi kudlalelwe yona le pool they are struggling ukuthola ema pool clubs, but letikolweni bangakhona lo silabo teacher noma labo head teacher bathengela amatafula abe etikolo kudlalwe khona even nalama games league bangakha partnership ukuthi adlalelwe letikolweni nangabe nje kunetikolo lambabana bo St Marks bo St Francis kuyatiwa ukuthi ngeweekend kuyodlalelwa St Marks ngelisondo kuyodlalelwa St Francis kushintshwana kanjalo ngicanga ukuthi ngaleyo ndlela leyo singakhula le sport.
Singapore sport. Now, talking about sports that is on its growth, the Manzini Pool League, knowing that it's currently active, it is at its best as we speak. We look at the log standing. But before we look at the log standings, activities over the weekend, teams played. You talk about some of the well-known teams. Listen to some of the reactions that took place over the weekend. When we come back, we'll look at the table. Who is likely to be the champion of the Manzini Pool race?
So far, performance ikahle. Sisita ukuthi siya practice 2 days a week, midweek. So ngolokubanga ukuthi sibe ku peak njengoba sikhona nyalo ku maintain number 1. Siyagcizelela kakhulu nebaphathi bethu bayasi kuthatha kakhulu bas providing ama mask konke nema sanitizer sihlala sinako vele ba make sure ukuthi si safe.
Ngathanza ukuthumisa nje i-competition lekhona nje kuleli in general, and then bese kuba indlela nami i-team yami ledlala ngayo ikhombisa kuba serious, ikhombisa kulwela kuthola something out of the league. Kakhulu ku-way in ngithi sibakuthathe ngema opportunities la khona kaphulu. Siyaba-update nje nangale World Cup lebe idlala kulamalanga nema international competitions kaphulu, and nale sekusebenta kwa Q Sport lokutaba mathuba lamahle lekutaba beka kahle if badlala kahle at their league level. So if bangadlali kahle ngalapha then lamathuba ukuthi bodlala lela ba aspire kodlala khona taba mancane. So bona nabadlala kola abadlaleli ukuthi balwela kudlala kuhlula lebadlala nabo batama ukuthi geja nebadlali labangekho la kangwana. So ngikolo kuba motivator kakhulu ma team kubambisana nathi esisilanzelele imithetho yahulumende nemithetho lesiniketwe yona ka Q Sport kusede logulile kusede loshonile, and siyachubeka sima team sonke nasidlalako cishe kuyalandzeleleka konke njengoba ubonile ngekhathi bonke bebafake ama mask as per my instructions, even labadlali bebafake ama mask tonke indzawo la kudlala khona. Siyadama lokuthi velele compliance ibe khona ne sanitizer na ungena ikhona ngale nombolo la ngekhathi bese babaningi nje labanye sabakhokha and anyway nawe batibuke bona ukuthi ngathi sibaningi bese bayapho so siyazama phela ukuthi comply kuze ukuthi si umdlalo wethu asifuni lokho uphindze uvaleke njengoba uvalekile kuqala but lokho okuqala ngokuthi si comply thina
uthatha ukuthi abajime because but asihlala indzawo sihlala indzawo ehlukene lapho lokhona khona ati sonzete dutane nepool table ajime so that istokhona ukuthi si nase sidibene on a Friday for training libe le standard solo the same naleso sarabadlali kusula sicalele ukudlala so phinze ngizame kuba motivate especially if nasidlala ama games la crucial njenga our next game we play against the defending champions Manzini then bese kuba i-reps so lama games lawo vele siba solo setafuleni umsombuluko kuze simithe lawo games ethu badlali basiyabama mask bathola sonke isikhathi nasi ejimini ama sanitizer suka khona sizama ukuthi si sanitize after a game sanitize amabhola sanitize ama acoustics ethu ne pool table so that istochubeka sibambe lo mgomo wakahu ngoba vele iCovid ikhona ene futhi ngiyabona ukuthi isatoba khona so kumele vele ukuthi sicikelele kakhulu singaze siluze more players.
Of course, beautiful stuff. The last item on our discussions today is golf, where over the weekend, the M10 Masters was in action. Of course, a man like Waki Lawrence was the champion of the day. Master Waki Lawrence is not a new name in the golf industry. M10 Monthly Masters. How impressed are you as a person, as a dedicated player? Would say angaphinza hambe mbisi. Mbona bamhlomilisa la MTN CEO.
Yes, Fabrice, captain uManzini uwinile yona le monthly mark monthly masters sorry yasembabane
uqhamuka kaManzini wethu kuwina embabane
yes ukutshela kona Fabrice ngicabanga ukuthi laba kaManzini yes nakhona banawo lama games abo but bayivele bayitholele competition ngalambabane kakhulu because ngalambabane cishe kunalama big names la dlala ngicabanga ukuthi udlalile Fabrice i-tournament lebeyikhona ngeweekend wayiwina njoba ngishilo ukuthi captain samkhulumisa even nakuqala nababuya ku-COVID kaManzini watibeka netingcinamba labanato kaManzini but he was able to win yona le M10 Masters yasembabane.
Beautiful stuff, of course. Seeing the regulations, COVID-19 regulations being followed. Master, time is against us, but anything trending that you would like to close with as we close?
I know ukuthi ufuna kunyisa uphi Fabrice, but ndaba local tindzaba tayo njoba ngishile ekuqaleni ma national championships ka athletics kunengi even ebholeni ngalesithathu Young Buffaloes versus Royal Leopard bese sekuthi i-tech-ball yaqhubeka Sunday kunengi Fabrice kunengi cabanga ukuthi sesishaya ngiso lesikhathi otherwise lokunye lokuphathelana nebhola because bekune ethics committee lebe unveilwa itolo khona ezulwini ngicabanga ukuthi kunengi sitakunakuza kahle sitakusho kahle Thursday kulibhola Eswatini.
There have it. Time is against, of course, us as your loyal news maker when it comes to sport, and as you are at home as a loyal viewer. We're saying it was a lovely time, of course, being with us. Heading to the weekend, he has just highlighted a big event when you talk about athletics industry, when you talk about national championships. Whoever is the highlight of that event is going to different tournaments, and of course, a lot is going to be taking place. But one thing you can know is that the event is live here on Eswatini TV. Of course, a lot will be discussed, and you can catch up all the details from our daily news bulletin. Otherwise, heading to the weekend, be with us. Don't change the channel. Stay tuned. A lot Eswatini TV is going to be giving you in the world of sport. As a team, sit like